Hi everyone. So today we'll be discussing on the topic cycle detection in a directed graph. So we have already discussed the topic this one, or we have already discussed the algorithm cycle detection in an this one undirected graph. Now today we'll be discussing on the topic cycle detection in a directed graph. So what it does, it checks whether there exists. So I'll just write here, or let me 1 second. Just give me a second here. Yeah, whether there exists a path where a node is revisited before, right? So this is it for the cycle, right? So cycle detection is in a directed graph checks whether there exists a path where a node is revisited before its DFS call finishes. Its DFS call finishes. It indicates infinite dependency, deadlock, or the invalid ordering. So this part, it indicates infinite dependency, deadlock, or the invalid ordering. So this is it for the cycle detection in a directed graph. Let's see, let's hop into the main algorithm part. Yeah, let's discuss this one step by step. First of all, for the cycle detection, we will be making use of the DFS itself mostly. Yep. So first we'll be going with the DFS traversal. So we'll maintain two Boolean arrays. So unlike for the this one undirected graph, cycle detection for the undirected graph, we went with a this one array, right? So one Boolean array basically. So here we'll be maintaining two Boolean arrays. One is visited and another one is path. Visited for the visited if already node is visited. If a particular node is already visited, so we will be marking that one as visited. That particular array and the path node currently in the node that is currently present in the recursion stack. So that path actually. Yep. So these two arrays will be going with. Will maintain two Boolean arrays. Just remember. So while we perform the DFS, so we'll mark node as visited and add to the current path. So this we will do. We'll mark the node as visited. First of all, when we visit, we'll mark the node as visited and we'll be adding that one to the current path. So if the adjacent node is not visited, suppose the node that we have considered adjacent to it, there is another node. And if it is not visited, then we will be performing DFS on it. Yep. So if it is already in path, then cycle is detected. Yep. So if it is already in path, as it is directed graph, if it is already in path, whatever the this one. So if it is already if the node is already visited, then quite obviously that node has been already visited by some other node, right? Some other node which was adjacent to that particular node earlier, right? In that case, cycle has been detected, right? Accordingly with the definition. Yep. So if we are visiting the node, that particular node again, in that case, cycle has been detected. It's as simple as that. After DFS finishes for a node, then we will remove it from the path. We'll remove it from the path. So that's what we'll be doing. So this is it for the cycle detection in a directed graph. So we are done with this part. Next, what we'll do, let's move on with the main method. Sorry, let's move on with the coding part actually, right? So let's do one thing. Let's try to implement the exact same thing, whatever we discussed on the algorithm explanation. Let's do that first within the main method, or sorry, yeah, within this one, we have to go with this one, certain methods, right? So I'll just go with, so within the main, let's consider the example part. That's more than enough. Yep. First, let's go with the DFS method as we will be performing DFS. So I'll just go with the DFS method, which consists of the parameters u, and I'll just need list as well. Yeah, of the type integer. So this is fine. Then I'll just go with a visited array. Yep. So let me call this one visited bis. So, and also we need path, two arrays we'll be going with, right? So here visited and path, this one. Yeah. So let me copy this one anyways. So I'll just go with Boolean path actually. Yep. So this is fine. Let me delete this one. Yeah. Now within the DFS, first thing we have to mark the current node as visited, and we have to add to the current recursion path. That we have to do. So this one visited of u. Let me set this one to Boolean value true. So this is fine. Next, let me go with a path of u. This one. Let me assign this one to the Boolean value true as well. Yep. So we are done with this part. Next, what we'll do, so we will traverse all the outgoing edges. So we will be traversing all the outgoing edges. Suppose within the for loop, so after traversing, suppose if the neighbor is not visited, Then we will visit that neighbor. So if it is already visited, then we have to go with a cycle has been found. Yep. So that's what we have to do. So let's do that, right? So first, suppose let's traverse all the outgoing edges first. So I'll just go with V here, G of U. So this is fine. Then if the neighbor not visited, so I'll just go with not of visited of vertex V. So then I'll just go with if here. So this one, let's perform the DFS. V, G, we are going with a recursion, right? So I'll just go with a visited and visited array as well as the path. Yep. So if the cycle has been detected, if the neighboring node is already visited, in that case, we have to return true. Yep. So this is what we have to do accordingly with the algorithm. We are done with this part. Else, if uh, if it is visited, so this is not visited actually. If, so this one, this is cycle has not been formed here. Sorry. Yep. So now else if I'll just go with the path of sorry path of V here. So this is fine. Um, then what we have to do if the path I mean yeah if the node has been visited and still it is in the recursion path, then the cycle has been this one detected. In that case, we have to return true as well. Yep. So let me come out of this one entirely. Now we have to remove the node from the recursion path. For that, I'll just go with the path of U. So let me assign this one to the Boolean value false. Finally, let's return false. Let's return false. Yep. So this is it. Yeah. We have removed the node from the recursion path. And if no cycle uh, from this node, then in that case, we will be returning false or we have returned false already. Yep. So this is it for the code. This is it for the algorithm. This is for the directed graph, cycle detection for the or cycle detection in a directed graph. Yep. So it's very simple, man. It's very simple. Yeah, we'll be maintaining visited array as well as the path. Suppose we'll be applying the DFS. So we'll be maintaining the recursion for this one actually. Sorry, we'll be going with the visited as well as the path. Visited if node already visited, path node currently that is in the recursion stack. So suppose if we consider the node, suppose we are considering the node and the neighboring node to it actually, if we have not visited that, and if it is already in the recursion stack, then it is said to be, then we are saying that cycle has been detected in that point, in that case actually. Yep, so this is fine. We are done with this part. Now, what shall we do within the, what do we call, what shall we do within the main method? So first, let me do one thing. Number of nodes, I'll just go with the 3. This is nothing but number of nodes. Next, let me go with the list here. So I'll just go with integer, this one. List of integer, I'll just go with the G, new array list, this part of size n. Yep, so this is fine, man. This is for the adjacency list. Next, let's go with a for loop. For loop, so I'll just go with for here, and I equals 0, I less than n, let me go with I plus plus. Yep, so I'll just go with a G of I here equals new, let me go with the array list. Yep, so this is fine. Next, we have to go with the adjacency list, right? So we have the edges 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 0. Yep, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 0. So I'll just go with C of 0 dot add of 1. So let me paste the same thing and make the necessary changes now. So this one, G of 1, so this one add of 2. Then G of 2 of 0. So, yep, so this is fine. So this forms the cycle actually, 2 to 0, this forms the cycle. So we are going with a simple graph, man. Let me show you the graph or else you'll not understand. So this one, very simple one actually, 0 to 1, directed graph, right? 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and then finally 2 to 0 again. Yeah, we are visiting this one again. Then here, cycle has been formed. So this is the simple example that we have constrained for the directed graph. Yeah, for the directed graph. So let me delete this one. Just pause the video and have a look into it. Yep, cycle has been formed, right? So we are revisiting the source node or the 0 again. the node with the value 0 again. Yep. So let me delete this one. Yeah. So next, let's continue with the coding part actually. So now let's do one thing. Let's go with a visited array as well as the path. So I'll just go with Boolean here. Visited. So this one will be new. Let me go with a Boolean size n. Same thing. Let's do it for the path as well. So let me go with the path equals new. So let me go with a Boolean of size n. Yep. So this is fine. Next, what shall we do? Let me consider the variable cycle. Yep. Which is of the type Boolean. And initially, let's initialize this one to the false, or let's assign this one to the false. So this is fine. Now let's go with the for loop man. So we have to handle the disconnected graph as well. For that, let's write the for loop. So I'll just go with the for I equals 0, I less than n. Let me increment the I. So within the for loop, let me go with a simple if condition here. If not of visited of I, then so within the if condition, let me go with one more if condition here. So this one will be DFS of we are recursing here, right? So we are not recursing. Anyways, we are um, calling the DFS method that we have already written here, right? So this one is fine. I G let me pass the parameters visited as well as path actually. Yep. So this is fine. Cycle. Let me set this one to Boolean value true, and finally let me go with a break. Let me go with a break. Yep. So let me come out of this one entirely. Now let me go with the system out println. So if the cycle has been detected, in that case, let me give cycle detected within the strings, right? Else, let's display no cycle. Yep, let's display no cycle. Yep, so this is it for the coding part actually. This is it for the coding part. Let me format the code so that this looks good. Yep, so I don't see any errors or the typos here. Yeah. So without, sorry, before running the code, let's dry run the code so that we get to know whether the code that we have written is correct or not. And also we get to know the output for the example that we have considered within the code. So this part. Yep. So yeah, let's dry run the code and later we can come back here and run the code that we have written. So here, let's dry run for the same example that we have considered within the code. Yep. So we are going with the same directed graph. You can clearly see here the arrow mark, right? So we are going with a directed graph here, right? So this is fine. Now, first what we'll do, so I can just pause the video and have a look into it, the graph first. And now, first what we'll do, we'll start the DFS. So accordingly with the code that we have written, we went with the DFS itself. We'll start the DFS at the node 0. This part first, this one will mark this one as visited after starting the DFS at the node 0. So first what happens, visited of 0, we are just going with a Boolean for this, right? So let me go with a Boolean value true, and also we are going with two variables, two arrays, sorry. One is visited as well as another one is path. So path of 0 is also true. So path will be in the recursion stack now. Yep. So path and visited both are true initially. Then what we'll do, I have marked this one as this one visited. Now we will go to 1, this one. Yep. Now visited of 1 true. So I have marked that one, this one with a tick mark actually. Visited of 1, this becomes true. Yeah. Visited of 1 becomes true, and path of 1 also becomes true, right? It's as simple as that. Path of 1 as well as the visited of 1 both becomes true. Next we will go to 2. Yeah. Next we will go to 2. Now the same thing actually, visited of 2 becomes true, and this one path of 2 becomes, yep, so this is fine. Path of 2 becomes 2, right? So finally we will be going with a this one from 2 to 0. Yeah, from, this is not, just ignore this one, from 2 to 0 actually again. So this forms the cycle actually. This part actually forms the cycle because we are revisiting this particular node again, right? So this one we have already marked, this one, this is already in the recursion stack. Yeah, this is already in the recursion stack actually. Again we are revisiting the same node that we have already marked that one as visited. Yep, from 2 to 0. So this forms a cycle. And now visited of 0 becomes true again. Yeah, visited of 0 becomes true again. And path of 0 also again becomes true. Yeah, path of 0 again becomes true. So here we can just write cycle detected successfully, or let me write cycle detected. Yeah, cycle has been detected. Yep, so this is fine. Cycle has been detected successfully. Yep. So here in this case, cycle has been detected. If the cycle is detected, we are displaying cycle detected itself, right? So else we are displaying no cycle as output. In our case, we have to get the output cycle detected itself. Yep. So this is it for the dry run. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Yep. So this is it for the dry run. Now we can just go to the coding part and run the code that we have written. Let's do that. So I'll just come here. Let me run the code. Just give me a second here. Yep. Let's run the code. Let's wait for some time until the code gets compiled. So you can clearly see here the output that we are getting is cycle detected. Yeah, that's what we're printing in as out. Yeah. So this one. We have got the output true actually. Cycle has been detected from 2 to 0. So now we are getting the output, correct output, cycle detected. So we are getting the desired output. Yep. So we are done with almost everything except one thing that we have to discuss about the complexities for the code that we have written. So what would be the time complexity here? Again, we are making use of the this one. What do we call? DFS actually. So the time complexity would lead to big O of V plus E. Yeah, the time complexity would lead to big O of V plus E. And what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to big O of V. Yeah, the time complexity would lead to big O of V plus E, and the space complexity would lead to big O of V. Big O of V because of the visited array that we have made use of, and the recursion stack. And the recursion stack. We are going with the recursion itself, right? So overall time complexity would lead to big of V plus E and big of V respectively. So we are done with this part. Next, what we'll be doing, we will be discussing on the topic topological sorting. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.